In Las Vegas, Lewis Hamilton demonstrated that Mercedes still has much to say this season. With a dominant performance in free practice, the seven-time world champion topped both sessions, showing that the team can still fight for the top of the grid. But that's not the only thing at stake this weekend. Max Verstappen has his first opportunity to mathematically secure his fourth consecutive world title under the neon lights of the most expensive circuit in Formula One history. To do so, he needs to finish ahead of Lando Norris, who surprisingly took second place in the latest practice session. Let's dive into the action. Mercedes started the weekend in Las Vegas in an absolutely dominant fashion, a surprising turnaround after the disastrous Brazilian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, who had one of the worst weekends of his career 2 weeks ago in Interlagos, going so far as to declare that he didn't want to come back after finishing only in 10th place, showed an impressive recovery that caught the entire paddock off guard. In the first free practice, Hamilton not only led the session, but also set a remarkable time of 1:35. Most notable was the consistency of the seven-time champion, maintaining a strong pace on both medium and soft tires, something Mercedes had struggled with all season. The demonstration of strength continued in the second free practice, where Hamilton further improved his time to 1:33. 2 seconds faster than his earlier session, proving the team had found precise adjustments for the track's challenging conditions. This time, Lando Norris positioned himself between the two Mercedes, behind Hamilton. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff, while maintaining his characteristic caution, could not hide his satisfaction with the W15's performance. It was a very good start, but I don't want to say too much because we've been quick in some initial sessions before on weekends where grip was low. Our car adapts better to the cold, as we've seen in Spa and Silverstone. This analysis leads us directly to the unique conditions Las Vegas is providing. The Las Vegas circuit is presenting some of the most peculiar challenges of the 2024 Formula One season, creating a technical scenario that is redefining the usual grid hierarchy. With extremely low temperatures dropping to just 8 degrees Celsius during night sessions, engineers face a complex puzzle to keep Pirelli tires within their narrow optimal temperature range. The situation is so challenging that even the most experienced drivers are struggling. Liam Lawson compared it to driving in the rain, while Max Verstappen described the track as driving on ice. Charles Leclerc and Verstappen struggled significantly to keep their cars on the racing line, with Kevin Magnussen even spinning out completely during practice. The 6.2-kilometer layout includes 3 long straights, highlighted by the section along the famous Strip, the second longest straight on the Formula One calendar, only behind Baku's circuit. In this sector, cars reach incredible speeds exceeding 337 kilometers per hour. Turn 13, located about a third of the way along the strip, is immediately followed by a DRS zone, creating unique overtaking opportunities. The characteristic desert dust adds an extra layer of complexity. The lack of grip was so pronounced that several drivers reported unusual issues. Sergio Perez and George Russell asked their teams to close their helmets due to the cold wind entering, while Fernando Alonso reported bouncing problems to Aston Martin, requesting urgent setup changes. The W15 Mercedes 2024 car seems to have found its natural habitat on the streets of Las Vegas, marking a significant evolution from its predecessor. In 2023, the W14 suffered from chronic straight-line speed deficiencies, lagging approximately 10 kilometers per hour behind its rivals. The situation was so critical that customer team Williams, using the same Mercedes engine, consistently outperformed them on straights throughout the season. Mercedes' approach for 2024 specifically targeted this issue, and the results are evident. The W15, while still having some flaws, demonstrates superior straight-line speed, particularly in colder conditions. It's no coincidence that their best performances have come in races with cooler weather, such as Spa and Silverstone. The team's development work remains intense, even with their focus already shifting to the 2025 project. At the Mexican GP, Mercedes introduced their final upgrade package of the 2024 season, initially tested in Austin. Since the São Paulo Grand Prix, Toto Wolff's team has directed its efforts towards the 2025 package, using the remaining races as a testing ground. Experiments with different specifications between Hamilton's and Russell's cars aim to develop the W16 for 2025. In Brazil, they were forced to run lower ride heights due to severe bouncing, particularly on Hamilton's car, sacrificing straight-line speed advantages. However, in Las Vegas, they seem to have struck an ideal balance between ride height and performance. Red Bull, meanwhile, faces one of its most challenging weekends so far. Max Verstappen, who won the inaugural Las Vegas race last year, finished only 17th in the second free practice, a highly unusual position for someone who has dominated nearly every session this year. The problems began in FP1, when the three-time world champion reported connectivity issues with his steering wheel. The situation worsened in the second practice, with Verstappen frequently complaining about a lack of grip. "There's no grip at all," he stated over the radio. The Austrian team chose to keep both drivers on medium tires for most of the session. But when they finally attempted a qualifying simulation on soft tires, they were hampered by a red flag caused by Albon's Williams. Red Bull's underperformance can partly be attributed to a last-minute technical change. The team was forced to modify its floor design following a new FIA technical directive issued after questions about the legality of certain components. However, it would be premature to underestimate Red Bull. The team has a consistent track record of dramatic turnarounds between practice and qualifying. Christian Horner, the team principal, remains characteristically calm. "We still have a lot to find in the car, but we know the path." Max has always been exceptional at adapting quickly to conditions. This weekend's setting is straight out of a Hollywood movie. Verstappen has his first chance to mathematically seal his fourth consecutive world title, something only 3 drivers have achieved in Formula One history. He simply needs to finish ahead of the McLaren driver to secure the title. However, Norris's surprising performance in the second free practice adds an extra layer of drama to this battle. It's the 7-time champion's last chance to secure another win in his farewell season with the German team. On the other, Max Verstappen and Red Bull face their first real moments of adversity this year. Despite the challenges in practice, the Dutchman has a chance to write another chapter in his already legendary career, potentially becoming only the 4th driver in history to win 4 consecutive titles. Amid this epic duel, Lando Norris and McLaren emerge as the wild card that could change the script entirely. With a car perfectly suited to Las Vegas's unique conditions, the young Briton has the opportunity not only to postpone Verstappen's title celebration, the cold Nevada desert temperatures, the long straights where cars exceed 337 km/h, and the challenging technical conditions promise a spectacle befitting the entertainment capital of the world. The 2024 Las Vegas GP is set to be one of the most memorable races of the season. Don't miss this weekend's qualifying and race, as the show promises to be absolutely unmissable. See you next time.